Ireland's Foreign Affairs and Defence Minister Micheál Martin has rejected Irish politician Clare Daly's call for the country to support South Africa's genocidal plea against Israel in the International Court of Justice. He cited it as parallel to the Ukraine versus Russia case.
Beyond the side South Africa's case, even though they know that this is not how the court works. Casual and inaccurate references to this case are profoundly unhelpful and indeed irresponsible. They seek to sow division within this House and the wider public on an issue upon which there is broad unity. The 1948 Genocide Convention was drawn up and adopted in the immediate aftermath of the Second World War as a direct response to the unrivaled cataclysm of the Holocaust inflicted upon the Jewish people in Europe by Nazi Germany. Genocide was described as the denial, quote, denial of the right of existence of entire human groups, unquote, which, quote, shocks the conscience of mankind and as such constitutes a crime under international law. It is the gravest accusation. It should not be made lightly. And this explains why since 1948, only 4 other interstate cases have been initiated under the Genocide Convention before the International Court of Justice, and one of those was to challenge an entirely false allegation of genocide and its use as a pretext for aggression. Intervention as a third party in a case before the International Court of Justice is a complex matter and up to now is relatively rare. Before Ukraine initiated proceedings against Russia under the Genocide Convention in 2022, only 4 states had ever sought to intervene under Article 63 of the court's statute. And of course, and of those, the court declared only 2 of the interventions admissible. In respect of the Ukraine versus Russia case, of the 32 interventions declared admissible, not one made a declaration of intervention before Ukraine had filed its memorial with the court, which itself was 4 months after the orders for provisional measures. So we're doing exactly the same here in respect of this particular case. Of course, the Ukraine case was quite different to that brought by South Africa, as it was primarily focused on refuting Russia's claim that it had invaded to prevent genocide within Ukraine. An intervention under Article 63 must satisfy a number of criteria to be deemed admissible by the court. The court has also interpreted the term genocide very narrowly, so that what might in ordinary parlance be described as genocide does not correspond with its definition under the Genocide Convention and its interpretation by the court. These are the facts. They may not be facts that fit neatly into a slogan to be shouted or a 90-second clip for TikTok, but they are important because any credible, any admissible intervention in this case or any other case must respect them. If what we are seeking is accountability, and there should be political accountability, rather than political grandstanding, then it is essential that we do this properly. And let me repeat again, this is exactly the same approach we took in relation to the Ukraine versus Russia case.
Ms. Daly criticised for not showing political support for South Africa's case in the ICJ, attributing it to cowardice.